June 21, 7:47 p.m. Sunday. Father's Day, first day of summer, longest day of the year. Every day gets shorter until December 21, shortest day of the year. Longest day of the year for daylight, shortest night, and it just reverses all the way till winter. Oklahoma State golfer won the U.S. Open. I guess he played for Oklahoma State his first year, then transferred to Oregon. It said, but Oklahoma State on Facebook was flashing up, Oklahoma State golfers 1 and 2 in the U.S. Open, which they were yesterday and the day before. And Wyndham Clark, he had a big. I think he's had a big lead the whole tournament. Won by one shot, easy putt to win it. Second U.S. Open, second major. He's got two majors, both of them the U.S. Open. Played 1 year for the Pokes, just like Sam Stevens played for the Pokes. He was in second place. Today he kind of fell down a little bit. I guess he's still in top 10, but good tournament. Saying about Tyreek Hill, played for the Pokes football. Biggest hero in Stillwater. He returned the punt for a touchdown to beat Oklahoma in the final seconds in Bedlam football. And then that next week, he got kicked out of college because he had problems with his girlfriend. He had the same girlfriend, and he played for the Chiefs. He was in the news with problems with his girlfriend or kid. He's getting rough with him or something. Now, I don't know if it was blown out of proportion or not, or some of these athletes do things, I think, to get blown out of proportion from what I can tell, but maybe some of them are really just getting out of hand and need to, you don't beat up women or kids, and don't beat up anybody, but, I don't know. He became a superstar, so he was back on the Oklahoma State football highlight reel. Oklahoma State football players, so I was saying us Cowboys we got a lot of volatility in the Cowboy kingdom. Maybe sometime I'll get back on the highlight reel or on it, Stock market, my headlines on CNBC says stock market, or the war in Iran is flaring back up. They're bombing each other again. All these peace treaties never seem to last more than a couple of days. The last few months. Price of oil was up. It's at $2 a barrel. I paid $53 to fill up my 13-gallon tank yesterday. A couple of weeks ago, it was $61. Price of oil's headed back up. And this war keeps going on. Yeah, it hits the price of oil and everything in the world economy, the U.S. stock market. Negative for the U.S. stock market. Financial stocks were down. XLF, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs were down Friday. JP Morgan more than most of them. And semis were still going up. Memory stocks are still going up. Mostly memory stocks. I guess CNBC pointed out it's just not any semis. The memory semis. They're the ones on fire. Looks like the stock market's going to be lowered Monday morning. Financials per day, usually lead the broad stock market, S&P 500. Semiconductors, memory stocks are in the ozone layer by themselves right now. They do bring the whole stock market up many times, but they're in a different sector. Going its own way, but most of the time. Interest rates and everything. The new Fed guy talked the other day that, I don't know. That's made financials, JP Morgan, go down Friday. That's financials usually lead broad market, S&P, and it looks like it's going to go down. Today's Father's Day. Went to a soccer thing Friday. Wore my red, white, and blue. Got some comments. Yeah, nice. Some people were making cracks like they know who I am. People in the stockbroker offices. Went to the levee. I guess I was wearing my red, white, and blue Friday. I went to soccer, and then I went to the levee. And I went to Barley's wearing my red, white, and blue. Some comments from some people who recognize me. Joking around, laughing. Oh, you're all red, white, yeah. I said, well, I even got red, white, and blue socks on. Oh, yeah. I said, well, later on tonight, I can show you my underwear if you want to. So they go, this is not the place. No. Like, ha, ha, ha. Well, I was, yesterday I went to serve Superstar Mafia. They're a good local band here. I wasn't there very long. Got hungry. So I went to that Mexican place up the street and got stuffed again. Ate their chicken fajita bowl, which I liked at the Overland Park Art Fair. I thought, oh, I like that. Let's go back there. I couldn't even eat it all. I got stuffed. And I went to Barley's for a little bit. Wasn't that full. It was full, but not packed full. And was okay. I don't know. I left. I was tired. Kind of like, now, Merrill Lynch, you owe me $1 trillion for trespassing. The trickle effect. They'll begin with the letter T, trespassing, trickle effect, trillion. Trickle effects cost me everything. I mean, people are just going to say shit that isn't acceptable. But the police and courthouse back it up. That makes it even more of a World War III issue. So hand me the trillion, punks. All the crap when I was in jail, people telling them to kill him, hit him, judges, police, saying shit. I'm in their so-called threats. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You say against me to revoke my hedge fund license or real estate license, take it away. The real estate offices did different kinds of bullshit. And of course, hell, they even turned me down for jobs like Lyft when I was doing Uber, and fucking just dumbass piece of shit jobs turned me down because of this shit. One share owns a place. Any owner gets 100% legal respect. You owe me $1 trillion for that. You're no different than everybody else. You owe me fucking top hedge fund paycheck was $4 billion last year. Some person on a Google search earned $4 billion with a hedge fund that returned 15%. Well, just looking at the numbers, I can return 15% in one day. So start paying me. Owe me $4 billion a day for every day since kindergarten because you said my degrees don't matter. So did the Kansas Securities License Office said my degrees don't matter. So they're flunk out of kindergarten equivalents. Everybody's a Nazi punk, mafia, dumbass, flunk out of kindergarten equivalent. No respect for anything. Say my degrees don't matter. You don't matter. You're a flunk out of kindergarten. You don't matter. I mean, this isn't just Merrill Lynch. This is fucking license office. Police throwing me in jail. Courthouse backing it up. They're just all a bunch of dumbass punks. So Purdue Wilburs, how many of them were there? What did I say? I was at the, I was eating dinner at the Longhorn. I guess I haven't eaten there for a while. And the girl, Sunday girl, she's like, George, how you doing? Being all nice and yeah, I don't know. And then some guy at the end of the bar, then a guy with two women sat down. One of them next to me, another one than him. I guess mom and dad and kid. And the guy goes, I'll tell him where to stick it. It's like, I don't know who the hell he is or what he's talking about. I was discussing how how this girl had a Miss America thing they wear when they're out partying, like just got married or getting engaged or birthday. She had a thing that, said, almost my birthday. So I said, hey, it's almost your birthday. It's almost my birthday. Way to go. And then I kind of like, well, since we got a lot in common, since it's almost my birthday, you guys can get me some stuff too. And then the girl's like, look, mister, you're not part of our best friend group. You can't, I'm not buying you everything. I said, I know, I'm just messing with you. I was telling the girl, the bartender at a fucking Longhorn, well, it's almost it's almost your birthday too, huh? She was like, almost, well, she thought about it. I said, well, I'm almost 10 feet tall and I'm almost a billionaire. And then some of these guys started looking, laughing. I'm almost a lot of things. One share owns Merrill Lynch. They owe me $1 trillion for the trespassing issue. Separate issues in paycheck and license. So they owe me $4 billion a day of paycheck since kindergarten. License issue, that's another $1 trillion. State of Kansas. Casey, Missouri, Jackson County, Johnson County, everything. The money just adds up. It's a trickle effect. Use the letter T, trickle, trillion, trespassing. All the fucking idiots who look like each other, identity thieves, lying punk asses, setups, entrapments. It's all a big fucking joke. They're getting away with it, aren't they, with the police and the courthouse? It just proves they got no credibility. They're a bunch of criminals and punks. So what's a person to do here in America besides I'm doing this. It ain't working. Some people seem to think it's working, but I'm not putting trillions in my pocket. If it's working, where's my money? Where's my justice, my trillions? Paycheck precedent, business license precedent. Happy Father's Day. Who's your daddy?